Punish is a new plugin from Heavyocity Media, a company that makes incredible stuff. Some of their libraries are as good as it gets. But there's been a part of the plugin that had this one little feature, and we all were kind of like, damn, wish we had that alone. Well, here it is. It's called Punish, and I'm going to show you a couple of ways I use it. It's kind of a universally good plugin. Now, one of the things that I like about it is that it can be subtle, and then it can be not so subtle. I like using it in the not so subtle mode. What does that mean? Well, there's times when you just want more. You want more. I don't know how to describe it. And you're trying to set a feeling. You're trying to set a moment. You're trying to get something aggressive. You've got a track that's just needs to be more. Needs to contribute a little more to the energy and the emotion of a track, and you just can't get it. Reach for this guy. It will never let you down. So let me show you this hi-hat part. So this was that. Now, I've done a little bit of work on this hi-hat already. Let me show you what I did already. Here's a plugin I love called Brainworks, just to smooth it out a little bit. And then a little bit of EQ. The EQ is like this. I didn't want I didn't want Punish to have to deal with this. So that's what we're doing. Let's construct it like I did. So I'm listening to this, to what I got, and I'm thinking, damn, that's pretty good, you know? Well, turns out it could be beat. So now the compressor section, you've got several different methods and modes that you can use. I use all of them. Let me show you. So here's the compression I'm using. Here's modern. Console. Ooh, console isn't bad. You know what? I had it on classic. I like console. And then the compressor controls are pretty straightforward. This saturation is worth the price of admission. A lot of times we use saturation, and we're left with a feeling that it's pretty good, but I want a little more. So check out what I did with this. Here again, you get these choices. I like that one. Now we can decrease the drive. Now, I'm not doing a tutorial today. What I'm doing is I'm showing you how I use it. There's some great tutorials on the website, and there's some great tutorials on YouTube. So I'm just showing you, once you get a little bit of knowledge about this, these are some ways to come back and think about things. Because this setting will work on a lot of percussion parts and drum parts. Now watch this. It's kind of nice. So what we would do is we'd put it in the mix, then we'd set the attack to where it was just where we wanted to. And then here's the equalizer. All together now. A little bit of a volume difference, but you kind of get the idea. An interesting thing about this plugin is this thing in the middle. Check this out. Ooh, got in the red. The redder the better. So this controls all these different parts of the plugin, these four particular, they're all interactive, and then this is a very important interactive part too. So here again, let's take the whole thing off. You just know that's going to be good. All right, so now hang on a second. I'm going to show you how I use it on a reverb return. I love punish on vocals. You need to be a little subtle with it, but I'm not. I just can't. I just don't have the control. So let's check it out. It's a song by my friend Mac with Denim. Check Denim out on Spotify. We got some good stuff up there. So here's the vocal.
Love is the way to make the world a better place. I feel like everybody's worried.
Okay, now I love the part. I felt like I could just give it a little bit more aggressiveness, because when I put it in the track, you'll see why. Well, let's put it in the track and show you what it does.
Love is the way to make the world a better place. I feel like everybody.
Now this is what I wanted to have happen. I'll show you what I did.
Love is the way to make the world a better place. I feel like everybody's worried about the wrong things, so I'ma be myself no matter what you call me. Love is the way to make the world a better place. I feel like everybody's worried about the wrong things, so I'ma be myself no matter what you.
Okay, what did I do and why did I do it? The compressor in this is a little different than a standard compressor, and it's doing something I like to kind of tame it. So I chose console on this one.
Love is the way to make the world a better place. I feel like everybody's worried about the wrong things, so I'ma be myself no matter what you call me. Love is the way to make the world a better place.
But you gotta be careful with compressors, because sometimes we'll alter the timing of a word by making it too long. In this case, it worked out just perfect.
Love is the way to make the world.
Now, saturation. I don't know quite why I started experimenting with it. It just felt to me like it needed something to kind of tie it to the track, I guess you could say. It felt like the vocal was not part of the track. Watch this when I bring the saturation in, how it does what we were talking about.
Love is the way to make the world a better place. I feel like everybody's worried about the wrong things, so I'ma be myself no matter what you call me. Love is the way to make the world a better place. I feel like everybody's worried about the wrong things, so I'ma be.
Kind of cool. Now we're going to come back to transients. Did a little EQ on it. Couldn't control myself.
Love is the way to make the world a better place. I feel like everybody's worried about the wrong things, so I'ma be myself.
So if you've got a part that maybe the consonants aren't coming through, you might experiment with a transient on a vocal. You got to be careful, because it can be a little dangerous.
Love is the way to make the world a better place.
So let's listen to the B in better.
Love is the way to make the world a better place. Love is the way to make the world a better place.
You can see it just grabs that B sound and kind of like consonants, you know. Okay, one of the things I like using Punish on is Reverb Returns. The same vocal that we were working on a little earlier. Let's check it out. We've got a reverb, and we're putting it right after the reverb. Here's without it.
Love is the way to make the world a better place.
With it.
Love is the way to make the world a better place.
It just feels to me, and I could be wrong, tell me if I am, it just feels to me like it just kind of moved it forward a little bit into the mix, but still did what you want a reverb to do. Let me solo it so you can hear it a little better.
Love is the way to make the world a better place. Love is the way to make the world a better place. I feel like everybody's worried about the wrong things. Love is the way to make the world a better place. I feel like everybody's.
I don't know if you can hear it. It's here again. It's a little bit subtle. I think you can hear it. It just adds something to the reverb. So we've got Punish on the vocal, and we got Punish on the reverb. Check it out. It's a great plug-in. Find new uses for it. I find that I need it when I'm sitting here and I'm feeling like, man, it could be better. It could be better. What does it need? And I try Punish, and it works every time for me. Check it out. Great plug-in. Worth the money.